and welcome back to another Breath of the Wild video. This video is going to be 10 more glitches in Breath of the Wild that I really like. And this has nothing to do with the previous 5 glitches in Breath of the Wild. These glitches, most of them I've discovered since I made that video. So it has nothing to do with that video, and this is all my personal order. So if you would have preferred a different order or know a glitch that I forgot about, please let me know in the comments below. And quick warning, this video contains spoilers, minor spoilers to the end boss of Breath of the Wild. So if you plan to play the game and haven't already, or are in the middle of playing the game and don't want to see the final boss, just watch this video when you're done. So let's get into 10 more glitches in Breath of the Wild you may not have known about. Stay tuned. The first glitch up on our list is the flying machine glitch. This is the number 10 spot, and it is a really fun glitch, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of pointless and really hard to do, so that's why it ranks so low. But to get started, go to the Sora Ha Shrine. Yes, this shrine right here inside the skull in Death Mountain. Yes, pick up this minecart right here. Pick up this minecart right here, and put it on the track. Get your round bomb rune ready after using the stasis to put it there, and until not too long ago. I was really surprised that I missed this feature. I've been holding the minecart backwards the entire time and just spam the magnetic button or that could happen, and it'll be sad because then your minecart is lost. Yeah, when that happens, it's really difficult to get it back unless you have Rivali's scale. And even with Rivali's scale, you sometimes fall in the lava, or the minecart moves on you and you die for some reason. Yeah. But what you really want to do is just do this little by little. Just let it... Come on. It's really difficult. But yes, just try to find a flat surface around here, which is pretty difficult in Death Mountain. And you can take off from a few other locations, but I found this is the most convenient. Well, this is technically my first time doing this, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Now grab this other minecart right here. Oh, what is with that thing? Yes, grab this. And just place it like that. When you see the dot right there, just slowly move it downward, and bam. Now try to climb on top of it. It can be hard to jump on top, and I learned this using the tutorial from a YouTuber named Cleric. Yes, this is a very difficult glitch, and you notice I'm wearing flame breaker boots. You might need to do that if you're gonna do this. And he has a much more in-depth video on this, but to get the short of it, just do this and walk forward, and then pull up, walk forward, pull up, forward. Just use link space to counteract the flying. Yeah, you'll usually end up dead. Yes, but if you just do this enough times, and yeah, you can end up flying like really cool. It's actually really fun to mess around with. I've never made it past that lava lake over there. there are probably far more convenient places to take off from. And you notice the flying machine sort of turned itself sideways, which I found to be weird, but yep. And sometimes the minecarts disappear. Yeah, that's always annoying. Yep. You have to reload the area, just teleport back to that shrine over there and try again. You will need several attempts for this, but if you can do it, it is pretty fun. Now, let's get on to the next one. Coming up at number 9 spot is a glitch called throw sprinting. It's actually very similar to whistle sprinting in that it has the exact same speed as whistle sprinting, but it's far less consistent. But you notice when I whistle, it alerted those goblins over there. That is the major downside to whistle sprinting. This is mostly used in speedrunning, so if you're just doing a casual playthrough and have time to deal with enemies, and are super OP like me, then there's really no need for this. But the reason whistle sprinting is more commonly used is because it's far more consistent. But if you have if you're using a pro controller, then this is way easier because it's a lot harder to hold the whistle button and walk forward at the same time. Because I find the easiest way to do it is holding the whistle button with your pinky. But if you're whistle sprinting, you have to hold it with the pro controller. If you're whistle sprinting with the pro controller, you have to hold the control stick with your index finger and then use your thumb for the whistle button. But yes, let's get on to the actual glitch. Basically what you do is just walk forward and tap the R and B button at the same time, the throw and the run button at the exact same time. You see, sometimes you go to throw the weapon, and that's annoying, but if you just practice this enough, you can get it. But it's very inconsistent, but the upside of this is that it does not make a sound, it does not alert enemies, so that's why it's used in speedrunning purposes, especially in Hyrule Castle. Yes, you see, I'm throw sprinting, these goblins don't even notice me. But if I whistle sprint, you see they notice. Yes, so this came so low on the list. It is a very core feature for speedrunning, but it has no application pretty much in casual playthrough, especially not end game, late game. So yeah, it didn't really matter that much, but it's still something cool to mess around with. Yep. Then again, still throwing boulders off of cliffs. So, yep. Let's get on to the next glitch. Bye-bye, little goblin. The next glitch on this list is the fall damage cancel. It's number 8, and it's essentially what it sounds like. It allows you to cancel all fall damage. So basically what you do is start to throw a weapon, but before it leaves Link's hand, equip or unequip a shield. I found it's easier to do this with a two-handed weapon. So just jump from a really high place, go throw your weapon, and when you're close to the ground, move your shield.
It is my pleasure.
Okay, that is a good example of how this can go wrong. You can't do it when you're too close to the ground. You need to try to do it fairly high up in the air. I've had trouble with this lately. This is my second try already. It's like my 10th try that I've failed. So let's just give it one more try and but yes, this is really cool. I can cancel any amount of fall damage as long as you do it close enough to the ground. If you do it too high up in the air, you could only cancel some fall damage. Oh, come on. Yes, that is another example. Using the D-pad on a Pro Controller is hard. Yes, I'm using a Pro Controller, and every time I use D-pad left, it thinks I'm doing D-pad up. So, yeah, it's because it's an actual D-pad rather than the buttons that a Joy-Con has. I see why Nintendo strayed away from the D-pad, because it's annoying and very difficult. But let's give this one last go. I completely threw that. But you see, it still canceled my fall damage. So you want to try to do it before the weapon actually leaves your hand, though. Why did that second move combo not notice me? Anyway, let's just try to find a high location. No fall damage. From that height, I normally would have taken about a heart of fall damage, I think. So yes, this is really cool. It's also very useful, mostly for speedrunning on the Great Plateau. Yes, the plateau before you get the paraglider is usually the reason, because if not, you can just activate your paraglider at the very last second, right before you fall to the ground, and you'll take no fall damage whatsoever. Yes, it doesn't make sense. It would really just rip Link's arms off, but this is a fantasy world. So, let's get on to the next glitch. Stay tuned. And the next glitch is the infinite horse stamina glitch. Obviously you need a horse, and a horse with high stamina makes this glitch easier, but in all reality, you want a horse with high speed, because having high stamina is pointless if you're really good at this glitch. And also, you need a shield of any kind equipped. The shield won't take damage if you do the glitch correctly, but there's a high chance that you won't, so equip a shield that you don't care too much about, and just get the horse to start sprinting. You can use up all the horse's stamina, and what you need to do is pull out both your bow and hold down shield button, and then quickly press X and then A. And the game doesn't really load, but you have full stamina to complete. You need to very quickly press the X button and then press A. You can't hold X for too long, otherwise it won't work right. And you notice when I got off the horse and then got back on, the horse had full stamina, but it would not have filled up its stamina that quickly. So technically this is the exploit of that feature. It gets you off the horse very quickly, but then immediately back on. That can happen too sometimes, because it's hard to steer when you're doing this glitch. I mean, it's not impossible to steer, because you still can steer when you have a bow out, but it's just hard to concentrate. And a lot of times that will happen, and when you hit the ground, your shield will take damage, so yes. This glitch, unlike so many others on this list so far, does not have anything to do with speedrunning, at least not currently. Unless you're doing like an all shrines speedrun, then this might come in handy, but this is mostly for casual playthrough. But yes, it's a really fun glitch. Just traveling through Hyrule at max speed. The horse I have currently has maxed out speed, and I have the ancient bridle on it. This is a speed elite horse. This is an elite speed horse. It is one of the 3 elite horse types in Breath of the Wild, and it has maxed out speed, but only 3 stamina. So realistically, you want to use this horse rather than the balanced or strong kind, because that's pointless. Who wants a strong horse? That's pointless. Strong horse is really good for mini games, but I'm not here to talk about that. And if I just let the stamina recharge, you see, you get weird stuff like that. It looks really weird, but it actually makes sense because that blacked out spot actually has stamina in it. And Link will turn all weird directions, but just ignore that. This glitch allows you to travel forever on a horse, but unless that happens, which it probably will. there's like a very low chance that it won't. But you need to like very rapidly tap the X button and then immediately press the A button. And sliding from X to A doesn't usually work because then you'll be holding down the X button and it just won't work. And make sure you're holding the shield, the target button. If that happens sometimes. Battle axe for a second. Oh, come on, Sonic, get back here. Okay, yeah, let's move on to the next glitch. This next glitch is pretty simple as well as pretty self-explanatory. Hold on, let me just get rid of this bow. Yes, it is called double hits. It's pretty simple. It allows you to hit something double what you normally should be able to. You need a two-handed weapon, and that's about it. It works on pretty much anything you can affect with a two-handed weapon. So if I use, not bombs, if I use stasis on this, turn my back to it, and then start spin attacking, you see I'll hit it multiple times, then I should be able to. And yeah, you can't always ride it, but it got hit a lot more than it should be able to, but it also does take up the same amount of durability as it would if you were hit, like, you do, normally you hit it once per rotation. Yep, once per rotation. But with double hits, you hit it twice per rotation, so you use up twice as much durability. So, that's a minor downside, but still, it's really nothing to worry about, because this, again, is very useful for speedrunning. But even for casual play, it's really useful, because you can use a two-handed weapon to like, try to fight an enemy, but like, you want to hit them as much as you possibly can in the time you have. So, yeah. That's about it. And yes, I have no idea why this works or how this works, but you just hit it more than you normally should be able to. So it's weird. So, yes, let's move on to the next glitch. This next glitch is called shield clipping. For this, you need a slope and a shield. That's about it. And, of course, a flat wall that you want to clip through. So, yes, a great place to get a skew in any of the 4 cardinal directions is the Ya Rin Shrine. Yes, you can get a skew in pretty much any direction, except for, south. A southward facing skew is kind of difficult to get, but, it's fine. But you can get a skew facing any of the other directions. If you want to get a skew, all you have to do is shield jump onto a slope. You walk forward. Okay, to shield jump, you hold down shield, walk forward, press X, then push A mid-air. And then when you land on a slope after shield jumping, and the game will, if the slope is steep enough, the game will save that position. So to activate that position, just shield jump again, then remove your shield, and you see I snapped to the side for a minute there. Let's just try to pause that frame. Okay, it's hard to get the exact frame where I was the most to the side. You see, that's pretty good. But this is not the best skew you can get. It's actually possible to get a full 90-degree skew. Extremely difficult, but I've gotten it before. The steeper the skew, the easier it is to clip through any wall. You see, I'm sure that was a pretty good skew. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good skew. You can clip through just about any flat wall with that. You can clip through even some walls that aren't flat, but those are harder to do, and I recommend just clipping through a flat wall. Why would you want to clip through a wall, you might ask? Well, for starters, you can skip Trial of the Sword with this, all 3 levels. I'm not going to be doing a full tutorial on how to skip Trial of the Sword, unless you guys want me to. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a full tutorial on how to Trial of the Sword skip. Now let's just try to clip through this wall here. You can clip through basically any wall. There are some walls that a normal shield clip won't get you through, but a lot of walls that it will. And this could be one of the walls that won't, I'm not positive. Let's just try this wall. I've been able to clip through this wall here several times recently. Some walls require a thing called extended shield clipping, which I cannot do. You see, I clipped right through that wall. But you see, it's like a really thin wall, and it has one-sided textures, but that's fine. Really thin wall, only 1 layer of collision. But some walls, like those to shrines, and this wall right here, this annoying wall right here, it has multiple collision layers, I think. Oh, never mind. Oh. Let's see how far into this shrine we can get. Basically what you do is, at the right time, you remove the shield while midair, and it helps to hold forward, but it's not always necessary. And doing it can take many tries, but this is the basis for a lot of speedruns. Clipping through certain walls, mostly just shrine walls. Okay, I think this wall might have layered collision, but basically extended shield clipping is shield clipping twice in a row. You clip through the first layer, then the second layer, and if need be, even a third or fourth layer. I think you can extend shield clipping an unlimited amount of times, but generally you only need to do it twice. I've never seen walls that have more than 2 layers of collision, but I haven't ever tried extended shield. Well, I've tried it, but it's very difficult. It's something that I'm surprised isn't used more in speedrunning. And then if you shield surf again, like hit a flat surface, you'll lose your skew. You see, I don't have a skew anymore. And skews do save through fast traveling, loading save files and stuff like that. And I believe even through starting a new game. So, if need be, you could get a skew, start a new game, and you have a form of New Game Plus, like I do in my playthrough series, my Master Mode playthrough series. Yes, I use the infinite jumps glitch in my Master Mode playthrough series, which you should check out my tutorial on the infinite jumps glitch. I will have linked in the description, and I will also have my playthrough series linked in the description. I'm sorry I haven't been doing much of it lately, but I'm going to do it again soon, I think. But yes, you can get a skew on pretty much any slope, but this is a really good slope to get a skew. You see, that's a pretty good skew. Yep, and you can get a skew of almost any angle, and if you're having trouble, just do a double backflip. I mean, double backflip. 4 consecutive parries, and then shield jump. You do that when you're parallel to a good slope like this, and then you should... Okay, that could have been a garbage skew, it could have been a good skew. I'm not sure. But yes, just face directly at it. Double parry. I mean, quadruple parry after... I don't know how many parries I did there. But yes, that should be a good skew. That looks like a good one. Okay, sometimes the skew vanishes really quickly. I don't know why. But getting a good skew is something you sort of just get a feel for eventually. It just takes a bunch of tries. And if you don't have a slope nearby and you need to get a new skew, this method rarely works, but put a square bomb, place it down, double backflip, triple shield parry, and jump. And I should have a skew now. Which I don't. This method is inconsistent, and I think I skipped a step. Double backflip, triple shield parry, jump, and unequip the shield. Link should ragdoll like that. And now I should have a skew facing in some direction. Which I do not. Okay, well that's about it for skew / shield clipping. Now let's get on to the next one. The next glitch up on our list in the number 4 spot is arrow duplication. This is actually a pretty simple glitch, but arrows are very needed in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, even regular arrows. And you can't get ancient arrows without regular arrows. Well, you can if you find them in a chest, but generally you can't. And this is one of the simplest glitches ever. You simply go to the Kara Bazaar, find this cooking pot here, let your arrow light on fire by walking up to it, and then use a multi-shot bow. Just fire it with multi-shot bow. You'll only use up 1 arrow, and you can pick up 3. You just pick up the arrows as they get fired. So all you need is a multi-shot bow, passage to the Kara Bazaar, and 1 arrow, and you can get as many as you want from, well, as many as you can get from the durability of the bow. And you can use a durability transfer glitch to make it so that your multi-shot bow has even more arrows. And if you have a multi-shot 5 bow, which I knew I had one, you can get even more. You get 4 arrows every time you do this. You see, there's a chance that that happens. Just pick up all the arrows as you fire them. This is probably one of the best glitches. So it takes the number 4 spot. The next glitch on our list, coming in at the number 3 spot, is the infinite stasis glitch. Yes, it is very useful. Let me first explain how you do it. The worst part about stasis is the cooldown. Just waiting for it to recharge so you can use it again. That slow, long cooldown. And if you pause it, the cooldown also pauses. But if you want to instantly resume it, just play a memory, and you don't even have to watch the full memory. You can just skip the memory as soon as you get into it. And now my stasis is fully charged. Yes, it is very cool, very useful. And when used with the bow spin glitch and maybe a metal door, you can fly around the world. Just view a memory and then skip the memory. And your stasis is fully charged, ready to be used again. And you can use this to defeat pretty much anything. No skill needed. Pretty much. Yep. You still need skill to be able to ride it, but yes, this is a very cool glitch. You can use it to defeat anything, and I'm surprised it's not used in speedruns. Oh, right. It's not used in speedruns because... Oh. Sorry about that, beetle. It's not used in speedruns because you actually have to have a memory unlocked to use this. So... yeah. But let's see, combine it with the bow spin glitch, and just stasis this, and actually get the bow spin. And yes, it's difficult to pull off. I suppose the more practical use is fighting Lionels. Yep. Just beat your Lionel, use it with double hits, and boom, kaboom. Yeah. Alright, next glitch. For our next glitch is the bomb impact launch. Yes, you heard me. The bomb impact launch. It is a very cool, very useful glitch, especially for speedrunning, but even in casual play, if you just want to get somewhere fast, you can use the bomb impact launch, especially in casual play. I have messed around with this a lot, and I don't really do speedrunning much. Well, I have never actually tried. I think I might eventually, but no promises, don't hold me to that. And why am I still wearing warm pants? Yes, there are a few different kinds of bomb impact launches. They are also called wind bombs sometimes, and boom boom zoom zooms by some random guy. I have no idea what that's about. But essentially, the purpose of it is to get one bomb to propel the other bomb towards Link. And to do that, you need... Hold on, let me just show you. You place down one bomb, enter bullet time mode, place down the second bomb, and then at the right moment you ignite the first bomb, and it sends Link flying. And it also makes the game lag a lot. And I mean a lot. But yes, firstly, for that kind of wind bomb, you need a high place. Well, for both of them, you need a high place. And pretty much any place where you can activate, any place where you can activate bullet time. Obviously, you can't activate bullet time from the ground, so you need to be up in the air. So this one, start paragliding, place down the first bomb, enter bullet time mode, place down the square bomb, and then wait till they're level and you have the right angle to launch Link how you want him to launch. And you can chain these kinds of explosions, and to cancel momentum, just do that. And kaboom. Obviously there's it doesn't work well, it works consistently, but it's hard to get a completely consistent angle and do the same thing multiple times. And I find that using the square bomb as the bomb that propels into Link, it propels him a lot faster and farther, but sometimes, because it's faster, the game overloads as you launch and just cancels out all momentum, and you just get stuck there. So in situations like that, like certain areas the game lags too much, so in situations like that you might want to use the circle bomb. And another kind of wind bomb, you jump, press L, press ZR to enter bullet time mode, place down the square bomb, and then ignite the circle bomb, and you get launched very high. This is very good for shrine skips and other things like that. And sometimes you want the bombs to be more spaced out, but sometimes if they're too spaced out, that can cause you to lose a lot of momentum, and sometimes that happens. Oh, and yeah, that's annoying if you're doing this near water. Obviously that can be a problem. Yeah. But sorry about this. I think I'm just gonna drown myself and then I can continue from the surface. But yes, that kind of wind bomb launches you really high, and you sort of just get a feel for it after messing around. The easier one is the paragliding one, most certainly. That's the one I first started out with, and I just learned about this a couple days ago. And the world just learned about this a few weeks ago, honestly. So, And even I've been practicing a lot with this, and sometimes I still get it wrong, and sometimes that happens, which is annoying. You forget that you fail a wind bomb, and then you forget you still have a bomb out there, and then you just try to do another wind bomb, but it doesn't work out. That has happened to me more times than I can count. But let's just give this one last go. And you sort of just get a feel for the angle. And you see, that was the momentum cancel I was talking about. The game just overloads and cancels out all momentum. So when that happens, you might want to try switching bombs, see if you can get it to work. But the angles are completely different with the square and circle bombs. So, yeah, it's just hard to get used to. And like that, it didn't really work, obviously. So yes, I'm out of practice with using the circle bomb to propel me forward, but the next glitch is going to be a doozy, and I don't even know if I'm going to be able to perform it, so let's see. The next glitch the number one glitch on this list. You see that blob of a cocoon up there? Yeah, when we're here, there's only two ways that this could go, and this is one of those two ways. So, first off, come outside, come to around about here, and save your game, because this is likely going to take multiple tries to do. So, you're going to need a bow, you're going to need some ancient arrows, a multi-shot bow. Well, it doesn't necessarily need to be a multi-shot bow, but take your strongest bow. Multi-shot is stronger than regular strength. Just multiply it by whatever the multi-shot is. Do I have a ×5? No, I don't have a ×5 bow. But let's just use my strongest 3-shot bow. Ancient arrows. If you're trying to do this with the Calamity Ganon, ancient arrows are really the only thing that can work, really. They work the best. I've tried doing the exact same thing with regular arrows. It didn't really work. Some people are saying that the arrow type doesn't matter. That is so not true. So you don't want to get over there. So there are multiple ways to do this. I've only ever been able to do this a couple times. So you're going to need your bow and just aim towards the center, really. Just angle yourself towards the center. Get a running start. And what you want to do is the arrows to be mid-air, right where Calamity Ganon lands when he busts out of the cocoon. And in case you didn't know already, this glitch will skip the Calamity Ganon fight, or a few of the Blight Ganon fights, but you might have to change your aim a little bit for the Blight Ganon fights if you're doing them right here. So, yep, get a running start, run, you're going to jump, pull out your bow to enter bullet time, fire the arrows, and then land right when the arrows are in the center. So this might take a few tries, so let's do it. Wait till you're very close to the ground. And put away your bow as soon as you fire them if you're a little bit too far to the ground. And don't skip the cutscene. The cutscene is when he gets damaged, and if you skip the cutscene, he won't get damaged at all. And sometimes this won't kill him completely, and it'll just do a lot of damage to him. So, let's just see what happens. So yes, don't skip these cutscenes, I recommend. Wait and wait and wait. And you can't see the arrows during the cutscene, but they're there. Let's see if he starts spazzing out like he should, which he didn't. If he does not start to spazz out, just skip the cutscene. Skip all the cutscenes. And just be annoyed while you try again. Just load that save file right there. So let's try it again. Make sure you have your best bow and best arrows. And I think I put the bow away too early then, and the arrows didn't make it to the center. I think that's what happened. And make sure you're not holding the bow when you go, because then you might not enter bullet time soon enough, and it just becomes a problem and annoying, and yeah. So let's try again. And let's do it right before we hit the ground. I think I did it too early again, but we'll see.
Link. I'm sorry.
I don't think I got it that time.
But my power isn't strong enough.
But we'll see.
I can't hold it.
And you'll know if he starts spazzing out, moving weird, and yeah. I'll get it eventually and I'll show you, but let's just try this again, I guess. Yep, just load the save file from before you started the fight. And yep. And I think I'm going to put a cut here because I don't think I'm going to get it in time, so I'll just show you the time that I do get it. So yeah, let's just put a cut right here. I think we can get it. Okay, I'm getting ready to give up on this. But let's give this one last try. Okay, let's do my method here. Get really close to that little mound of rock or whatever it is. Turn off your motion controls. Make sure your motion controls are off, otherwise this can be a problem. And press pause. Release the bow button. Hold forward and exit the pause menu. Ooh, I think we got it. I think we got it that time. Ooh, I think we definitely got that. But it might have been too high, is the problem. Let's just see if it worked.
Link.
Come on.
Link.
Come on.
I'm sorry. But my power isn't strong enough.
Did it work?
I can't hold it.
You know, if Ganon was smart enough, he would have aimed at Link. I mean, seriously, why wasn't he aiming these deadly lasers at Link? But let's not worry about that right now. Let's see, did it work? Did it work? Yes! 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 It worked! It worked! Finally! Finally! Yes, that is it working. Whoa, that's really good. He's still spazzing out. Just now he fell to the bottom. That definitely means that he's dead. And I believe the way this works is because it's happening during a cutscene, usually the arrows blow up or disappear when they hit an enemy, but because it's during a cutscene, they can't kill the arrows, they can't like destroy the arrows or whatever, and they keep hitting the enemy over and over and over again. And theoretically, if this would work for anything as long as it's during a cutscene, but because it's the beginning cutscene of this, it just works. I think this definitely works. And you can skip this cutscene. I'm not sure about this next one. But you can skip the Declaration of Hatred cutscene. I don't know that you can skip the laser cutscene. I would just not to be safe. But then again, it could have just dealt some damage to him if he's not dead, but I had a really strong bow and ancient arrow, so I think it definitely killed him. And he was spazzing out for quite some time. Let's see. Let's see. Come on. And he should just die. Yep, he does like the death thing. And then he activates his shield. Then he starts aiming at us with a laser. The laser doesn't always happen then. And then he's dead. He's about to use one of his attacks, then it just skips to the cutscene where he's dead. And just to be safe, I would avoid skipping any of these cutscenes. But this is good. This is good. I think you can skip the him dying cutscene. But again, just to be safe, I'm not going to. Because this took me way too long to get, and I'm not going to waste it by trying to save some time if it messes up, I would be wasting even more time. So let's just get on to the honorable mentions, I guess. Yes, you heard me. Honorable mentions. These glitches were super fun. Well, this glitch, the honorable mention, was super fun, but you can skip this cutscene, definitely. Because Calamity Ganon already died. These honorable mentions are super fun, but did not make the list because... Wait! Stop the video! No one cares about honorable mentions. So, I'm going to save that for my next video. Make sure to watch my next video. I'm probably going to have another video at some point on glitches in Breath of the Wild, because there are a lot of glitches in this game. Way too many glitches in this game. But they're all super fun, so too bad you can't kill him with the lightning, but make sure to stay tuned, like and subscribe. Yes, every like helps the channel, and yep, thank you for watching. This has been The Brain, signing off. Goodbye.